Good afternoon, and welcome to Man Cave Meditations. Let's dive in. So, as I'm looking at myself right now, I realize I do have a little shaving accident, actually kind of a big one. It turns out you really should pay attention when you're shaving around your chin area. At least just not go completely oblivious and take half the skin off your chin. So, anyway, I heal quick. It's there. Maybe next time, if I rewatch this and it bothers me, then maybe I'll put a little something over there for next time. But anyway, it's like an upside down third eye, like it should be there, but it's there. Whatever. Anyway, what the fuck? Shit happens. So, it's been like 4 or 5 days since I posted, and I'm not saying, it's not that it hasn't been quiet, but it feels like Trump's been quiet. I mean, quiet, not for any normal human being. Any normal human being, they would, even if what he's done over the past few days, I'm sure he would be put in a straitjacket. Lock that guy up. Throw away the key. Yeah, but at least for him, Master of Chaos, it seems, I don't know, maybe I haven't been paying attention. I just haven't seen, that, like his tweets. They've toned down. They don't see as many of them. And why is that? Could it be that maybe someone's challenging him? GCN? Beast. And I've been thinking about it. And just not seeing all the stuff, but I've seen enough of it. And it's just, and the thought that came to my head, I mean, a few, but one, I was like thinking about, you imagine if you if this whole ecosystem we live in is think of it like a bar, right? And you have this, you may go to the bar once a week or every day or a couple times a week. But anyway, it's a bar. With a certain X amount of bar stools, and then there might be places to eat out there. But if you're at the bar, you're at the bar. And it's that kind of bar. It's like Cheers with Norm, and everybody's got their own seat and shit. It's like people, they're comfortable. They know that space. It's like that's what my bartender, he works on Tuesday. I know I can go there. He'll be there. Blah, blah, blah. But a lot of times, in bars like that, you have now that's Norm. You don't sit there. That's Norm's seat. That's Joe's seat. We'll call him Joe in this one. Joe sits at the end. And Joe sits at the end of the bar. You might have Harry a few seats down, and Larry next to Harry. Everybody's got their spot. It's like fucking cubby holes for kindergartners. That's my seat. You better get out of there, shithead. Right, yeah. And, it's amazing, how, as just a side, men especially, they just act like such, hey, women do too, but men really, such kindergarten, this is my cubby hole, this is my seat. You see it all over the place. It's like dogs that need to piss on a hydrant. And anyway, it's he got Joe sitting at the end of the bar, and every day, Joe just kind of goes off on everything, that bothers him, and up, and he's the victim, and, whether it's his family, or his job, or the nation, and no one knows what the fuck he's doing, and everybody just kind of, Larry and Harry, they'll nod, yeah, you're right, they'll try to get a word in. He might ask him once in a while just to break it up, what they think about it. They'll say something. But it's mostly Joe. Just bitching. This bothers me and that bothers me and I got the short end of the stick. And then one day, this one guy who's been going there 2 days a week, no one even knew he was there, or they knew he was there. You know. Call him Jack. And Jack, it just one day, just out of the blue, maybe he had a bad day, or just Joe, he couldn't take Joe anymore. And when Joe's moping about this or that, Jack just raises his voice and says, "You know what, Joe, shut the fuck up. People don't want to hear your shit. We're tired of it. All the nonsense." And he just starts basically holding the mirror up and hitting him back, giving him a taste of his own shit. He doesn't like it. He's, why are you making fun of me? Maybe he storms out, hits a couple stools over. And then everybody looks at Jack like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. It's so much better in here right now. That fucking... that guy's gone." We've all known a Joe. I don't know if we've all known a Jack, but I've been in those situations. I've seen myself in those situations, and it's just like, in the end, everybody's thankful when the one leaves. Right? And who is Joe other than DJT? And who is Jack other than GCN? Gavin Christopher Newsom. Like, you know what? Shut the fuck up. We're tired of your shit. And the way he's doing it, he's holding the mirror up to the guy. Right? I'm just going to hold this mirror up. That's all he's doing with these tweets, with everything else. I'm holding the mirror up for your nonsense so you can see it. That's all I'm doing. And Fox, I mean, just like the way that they cover this, and it's like, either they actually can't put the dots together and realize that it's just a parody. He's holding a mirror up for this guy's nonsense. He's shining a light. He's showing him that they don't realize that, which tells me that that whole collective bubble is just a lot stupider than we thought, or has gotten a lot stupider. Or B, that they can't. Something in them wants to connect those dots, but they can't allow it because it'll like diswire them. It'll mess them all up. You know, like, that's against my programming. You're making fun of the president. Like, they start tweaking and shit. You know? Like, he's waking... What? Oh, why is he doing that? Oh, my God. And you see them. You see these hosts on Fox News. You know, oh, my God. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Right? I can't believe it. His wife should be around. He should grow up. Doesn't he have things to do in California? Doesn't the fucking president of the United States have something better to do at 3 a.m, multiple times per week, than to fucking fill up the airwaves with absolute nonsensical crap? To just keep beating down psychologically the American people so that this type of behavior is normalized? Well, that's all GCN is doing. That's all Gavin's. He's just putting that mirror up. Just stand there with a mirror. That's all these tweets are. And all this stuff. It's great. And it's like, we've been sitting in this bar with Joe, and Jack's been watching Joe just bitch every single day and play the victim and be kind of in charge and intimidate everybody. And it's taken 10 years, and finally Jack just had it. I just said, you know what, you shut the fuck. And Joe's like, "Whoa, no, please don't. Don't talk to me that way." Storms out. Probably comes back the next day, but he's at least overly chastened. So yeah. He's fighting fire with fire. He broke the code. He broke the code. That's it. You know? And then he fucking, you know, you Fox and all them, they're going to cry. Of course, they're going to cry. Right? They're going to cry. But anybody who's trying to bring this thing down, if you are that You can't just see the brilliance of this, right? And if not try to mimic it, simply by understanding it, understand the effectiveness of it. Again, the majority of Democrats up to this point, or anyone that would oppose him, has been showing up for a college-level debate when it's a street fight. Right? You see this debate team like walking through, these people throwing bottles at them. Go home! You geek! Get out of here! Like walking through with their books. We better get to the debate. No, the fight's right there. You're walking through it. You can't debate your way out of this. You can't, go through the motions in Washington, D.C., and all the things that would have happened normally in 2015, or even a year ago. The things, you can't go about things in that way, simply because it's like, a mother, tending to a garden in the backyard where it was just a fire and all the plants are dead, but you're still tending to it. Like your house in the garden have burned down, but you're still pretending like it's still there. They're pretending that something is still there that's not there. It could be there. It could get back. I'm sure it could get back to normal at some point shortly, but right now it's not. Right? So not realizing what this moment is and what it requires is, in a way, it's just sticking your head in the sand. You got to look at it. It hurts. Because it's fucking insane. Pardon my language. But it is. You have to be able to look at it. It's insane what they're doing, what they propose. It's absolute madness. What's going on and just at a daily basis. You go through things that happened in the past week. And but his meeting with Trump that he had with Putin, I talked about the meeting. I think it was last video I talked about it. Pathetic. Totally pathetic display. But there's something. I was thinking about it after I rewatched the video. Not on YouTube, just as I keep it as a camera reel on my phone. And I watched it, and I said, thinking to myself, there's something deep. Like, I think Trump's in with them deep. I kept thinking that. I'm like, he's in with them deep. The Russians. I think there's something like really. I don't think it's just financial. I think in the 80s when he went there, he's like in with them, like part of their gang in a way. Somehow. And they definitely pulled strings to get him into power. He's been important to them, and they've been very important to him. It's been like not a father son, like a benefactor, like almost a father, not a father son, but like the father is Russia and the son is whoever serves Russia. I kept thinking of this movie Salt. Where all these kids were indoctrinated by the Soviet Union, and then they became high positions within the U.S. government. I mean, in that movie, I think it was meant to be a sequel. They never got past the first movie, but I liked the idea. But the idea of it really, got things moving, and that movie was like flashing before my eyes when I was thinking about this. His relationship to Russia and this and that. And something's there that's deep. And again, I said it before. I believe. I feel that they are acting. He's acting. And as the presidency has grown in such power, especially over the last 50 years, its power has just crushes the other two branches. It's way out of whack. And he's the Manchurian candidate. He's compromised. I mean, he's acting in their interests. I feel that so strongly. And I hate to say it, but it's true. And the only thing that deterred him in the first term was the people that he had surrounding him. There were patriots left. Flawed as though they all may be, they were still there. Mattis, Kelly, Tillerson. Could go on. The lawyers around him. And now it's just the scumbag parade. There's no one there. Maybe Rubio, but I'm sure he learned to shut his mouth real quick. And he's just in it for his own self-survival and potential power run. In the end, he wants to be president one day, which he never will be. And, yeah, there's something there. And there's something with his health. He's sensing his own mortality. There's something there. There's something there. His health, the Russians, is very, very deep. And there's something that's countering that under the scenes. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I feel strongly he's not going to last a lot longer. Like, this is all just, like, climaxing. Like, that's what it feels like. Right? Like the rocket going up into the sky and all of a sudden it burns out. But it accelerates the whole time. You're just going to burn out. Something like that. Something like that is coming. I don't know what it is, man. What a fucking roller coaster. Oh my God. Incredible. I remember a video I did, like before he was, right after he was inaugurated. No, it was like weeks at the end of December. And I said, I don't know what's going to go on, but this is going to be a ride. This is going to be a big ride. This has been a ride. That was I think it was December 29th. I got to go back and watch it. But I remember at the end, it said something about like it's going to be a ride. And it stuck with me. Big ride. It is. And I feel that we have, again, I feel that we have a reprieve coming up. So, whatever that is. It could be temporary, it could be more, but we have something coming up. So anyway, all right, spoken enough. God bless. Bye-bye.